interesting because it's probably the single most asked question and inquiry that I get. Can you mentor me? How do I access mentorship? Welcome to Conversations with Hetty. First of all, let me start by saying thank you so much for the wonderful feedback that I've been getting on these videos. Remember to subscribe to Hetty the Entrepreneur. These videos are freely accessible on YouTube, and I really look forward to hearing some of the different strategies that you have implemented in your own lives as a result of these videos. So let's get straight into it. Today, I'm going to be talking about the topic of mentorship. It's really quite interesting because it's probably the single most asked question and inquiry that I get. Can you mentor me? How do I access mentorship? So today I'm going to be looking at 3 tips on how to access mentorship. Tip number 1, manage your own expectations of mentorship. Before you even look for a mentor, manage your own expectations of what mentorship actually means. So mentorship, by its broad definition, is basically a form of guidance. One person guiding another person along their journey. It's important that you actually understand this, because a mentor is not going to solve all of your problems. They're not going to build your business for you, and they're certainly not going to tap into their resources to move you up the corporate ladder. So it's important to understand that a mentor does not negate your responsibility from actually doing the work. So before seeking out a mentor, have a clear understanding of what the mentor relationship is supposed to look like. Tip number 2, take a holistic view on mentorship. You can seek mentorship from different places and different types of mentorship as well. Don't only look for mentors that exist within your particular industry. If you're in the retail industry, it might be quite surprising to find out that somebody within construction or even IT can give you tips that you can implement within your retail business that can help it to flourish. So keep a broad and holistic view of mentorship. Also, don't forget that you don't actually have to meet your mentor physically in order for somebody to mentor you. Remember, we live in a digitized age. We have access to information quite literally at our fingertips. This can be in the form of books, articles, conferences, seminars, videos, podcasts. So you can literally have a treasure trove of information and mentorship without physically meeting your mentor. I've actually written down a list of various people that have mentored me, and I'm going to share this with you. And what I'll do is I'll just put the links down below of some of their work, and you can see if it's something that would benefit you. So number 1 would be Robert Kiyosaki. As you know, he is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In fact, we had read all of Robert Kiyosaki's books before we even met him at a conference. It was through his principles that was able to empower my husband and I to transition from full-time employment into full-time entrepreneurship while being able to maintain our standard of living. So that's Robert Kiyosaki. The second one is Vusi Thembekwayo. All of you know that we were the number 1 business to come out of his top 40 program. But what you may not know is that we had watched every single video of his before we met him. We had read every single article of his before we had met him. So we already understood some of his business principles and were very clear about what we were seeking from him by the time we actually got one-on-one physical mentorship with him. Another great mentor is Ian Fuhr. He is the founder of the Sorbet Group. As you may know, the Sorbet Group is over 200 franchises strong. We'd already read his book by the time that we had met him, and he has been truly instrumental in our business from a customer service perspective and also the grooming of our leadership within our organization. Another great mentor that has assisted us within our property development business is Jannie Mouton. So in Jannie Mouton's book, he actually speaks quite candidly and openly about some of the things you need to look at when you are investing in property. So, I mean, if you look at my husband and I, we are rookie property investors. The fact that we as rookies could acquire 6 cash positive property investments is a direct result of implementing some of the strategies that Jannie Mouton speaks about. So there's no offer to purchase that we go through without having his book right next to us. That is virtual mentorship for you. So understand that you can truly be mentored by someone without necessarily meeting them in person. If you're looking for financial mentorship, there's a lady I recently came across. Her name is Samke Mhlongo. I mean, I've literally watched all of her videos on Instagram as well as YouTube. She is a fantastic mentor, and this is a person that I haven't yet met in person. I'll think of other great individuals and I'll provide links down below for you to take a look at as well. If you're looking for inspiration, there's literally no week goes by without me listening to podcasts and also videos of Super Soul Sundays by Oprah Winfrey. So there's a vast array and different types of mentorship that you can get, which is virtual, that is literally at your fingertips. Make use of this opportunity. And the third and final thing is, it's important that once you have approached your mentor, whether in person, via email, telephonically, and they have agreed to be your mentor, that you need to establish the rules of engagement for your one-on-one mentorship. Understand that in order for somebody to mentor you, they have taken time out of their busy schedule to sit with you, to guide you. So when you have one-on-one mentorship with an individual, make sure that you have clearly defined for yourself what exactly it is that you need guidance on. Make sure that you are very specific about what you need mentorship on. They might give you some advice and practical things that you need to implement in order to get results. Make sure that you do those things. Make sure that you arrive fully and be present and willing to do those things, because that shows your sign of commitment. Also remember, the onus is on the mentee to maintain the mentorship relationship. It's not on the mentor. You cannot expect your mentor to be following up with you on how your business or your career is going, whether or not you're implementing their tips and strategies. The onus is on you to take that responsibility. So if you know that you're meeting your mentor once a month or once a quarter, set up the appointment with them and make sure that you arrive on time and fully present. I have had mentorship relationships break down simply because I've recommended to a mentee, read this particular book. It's going to give you the answers you need for the questions that you have. But they're not willing to read that book. They want me to actually solve the problem for them. And unfortunately, that is not the rules of engagement within a mentor-mentee relationship. Also understand that some of the people that you look up to that give mentorship on a paid basis. So you need to decide for yourself, is the type of mentorship you're looking for from that particular individual worth you paying for? So I had a mentor, for example, that I used the whole of last year that I would see once a quarter. And this person's mentorship fees was probably about 3,000 Rand per session. I'm telling you now, that was the best money that I've spent. The information that I got from this gentleman, the knowledge and the tips that he gave me to implement within my business was invaluable. And every single quarter I went back, gave him feedback. This is what I've done. These are the results I achieved. This is where I am now. What do you advise me to do going forward? And that is how we're able to keep the relationship going. So understand that the rules of engagement when it comes to mentorship lies solely on you. Don't approach a mentor, particularly a high-profile individual, unless you're actually willing to do the work that it takes in order to get the desired results. Because remember, we are relationship building here. And so remember that the onus lies solely on you. I hope that these tips have helped you, and I really look forward to hearing from you in terms of the various individuals that have mentored you and that have assisted you. Comment below, let's have the conversation. Is there a virtual mentor that has consistently helped you that you've never even met before? Let's share links and articles, etc. Let's empower each other. And remember, the future lies solely in your hands. Thanks, guys. Until next time. Remember to subscribe to Hetty the Entrepreneur on YouTube for more of these videos, and I will see you there.